The important thing to remember is that whatever you have means more to you and your family than it does to me or anybody who's going to see it in my shop. So I always recommend people give away as much as you can to your friends and your family before you contact us, because then you're going to be helping them and giving something of meaning to them. With me, it comes down to a dollar sign, and it's not emotional attachments for me. So keep those things in mind and give away as much as you can. You'll be happier. And, maybe I don't get as much stuff in, but I have too much stuff anyway.
Yeah, that's a great message. These things have meaning beyond what the prices fetch them, and that's what you're trying to, hang on to as well.
Right.
So we are here sitting today with Alfred at Dishfunctional. Thank you, Alfred, for taking the time to chat with me.
Sure.
And tell us, Dishfunctional.
Yes.
What is it?
What is Dishfunctional? Well, we have a passion about dishes, but it's exploded into so much more than that.
Mm-hmm.
We help people who are inundated with family items and heirlooms that they don't know what to do with.
Mm-hmm.
And we have venues where we can sell it in our retail store, we can sell it online, we can wholesale it, and find homes for these loved treasures.
So what you're saying is it's not just like a consignment store where you drop off your stuff and hope that it sells or something.
You're exactly right. It is not a consignment store.
Mm-hmm.
We purchase everything outright.
Mm-hmm.
We give you a check and you go on your way with a lot less clutter.
Well, a lot less clutter to a realtor sounds like amazing.
Yeah.
So I didn't even realize you have an online site as well.
We have an eBay store with over 14,000 listings.
Oh, wow.
And we have an Amazon store with over 7,000 books.
Wow. Oh, books.
Yeah.
Wow. I see books here as well.
Yeah. These are ones that are usually under $10.
Uh-huh.
The ones on Amazon are more.
More pricey, yeah. So what you're saying is you have end-to-end solutions.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
For people who want to downsize.
Right.
And they have all these beautiful things in their home that the kids don't want them.
The kids don't want them. They're looking for Pottery Barn, Pier 1. They don't need anything. They don't want anything, especially if it's not their choice.
Yeah.
And what I have found is that we can't accept everything from everybody.
Of course.
So we have to be somewhat
You might
careful.
need 5 warehouses back here if you...
I have 2 containers, 40-foot containers, and a 52-foot tractor trailer in the back.
Wow.
I don't need anything. So that's why we have to be selective to find the cream of the crop that we can put in our store and people fall in love with it.
They do. I'm going to take some videos in the store.
Okay.
There's a gorgeous stuff
Good.
here. So how does one find? So if someone finds your retail, how do you get people? You get so many calls.
Right now, we get over 70 requests a week, whether it's a phone call or an email. We have our website, dishfund.com, where once you go there, you can see where you have to send information, and then we review it and let you know what items we're interested in.
So basically, don't call you. Just go to dishfund.com. The instructions are there. Follow the instructions, and somebody will reach out.
Easy.
Easy. You made it very easy for. Now you were in Westchester before.
Yes,
I saw one of your initial videos.
We've been here 2 years now in the Lincoln Court Shopping Center. Because the building, it was great in Westchester. We had 18,000 square feet in an old, cold warehouse. It was great. It was cheap, but we also had flooding. We didn't have any air conditioning. We didn't have much heat. It was challenging, but the price was right. But we didn't. The only people who came to our store and our location were people who had heard about us. Right now, we're next to the Giant, the Dollar Tree,
the DMV,
the QVC outlet store, great restaurants, Joey Chops, etc. So there's so many people and so much activity in this shopping center that it's opened up a whole new venue for us.
So this is working out great for you then.
Wonderfully. Yeah.
Oh wow! So the place may be small, but the location is.
Yeah, you know what it is in real estate, right? The 3 rules: location, location, location.
Absolutely, there's a reason why we say it 3 times.
Yes.
Yeah. So
almost like penny, penny, penny. We love the Big Bang Theory. What can I say?
we do too.
Yeah.
So So you moved from Westchester, didn't need the big warehouse, but you do have container loads of stuff here.
We needed the warehouse, but we had no choice.
Yeah.
They tore it down. They're putting up apartments.
Oh,
You know, they
well,
raised
pay better.
paradise.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. They pay a little better. I
Yes.
know. Yeah. So why this? You could do anything in the whole wide world, and why do you choose?
Well, I did. This is my third career. I was a photographer and an artist.
Okay.
I was a photographer at a racetrack doing winter circle photos. I've done silk screening and embroidery for 20 years.
Wow.
And then when I decided to sell that business, get a divorce, change what I was doing, this is what appeared.
Yeah.
I had China like everybody else.
Right.
From your wedding or your family, what do you do with it? I called Replacements in North Carolina. They're a privately owned company that is the leader in the world
Wow.
of replenishing your lost articles.
Wow.
So they have so much space, so much inventory, 300 employees, and they're number one. And I contacted them to sell them my china.
Ah.
And then eventually they said, why don't you become a supplier? So I did that 25 years ago.
Oh, wow.
I've been doing this since 1999.
Wow.
And I love it. It's not a job.
Yeah. Well,
Because
it clearly shows. I watched some of your videos and you're having fun here.
It's always fun.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is that you never know what you're going to find.
Yeah.
And that makes it exciting too.
So then the pictures come to you and you're looking at the pictures and then deciding what stays, what goes, and then...
What we can purchase,
Yeah.
And it used to be I would look at all of that. Now I have my assistant, Sarah, who goes through them and then knows what we're looking for, and she'll respond to them on my behalf. I just don't have time for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 70 emails and calls a week.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, and the website's only 6 months old, the new website. And it's been performing
Really well.
Yeah.
Wow. So you have like a whole staff thing. I mean, I was just, as you were talking about this supplier in North Carolina, like you have all these resources up here somewhere and you have to delegate it.
I can't delete the stuff that's up here. It's getting a
No,
little
that is the
crowded.
valuable. Yeah, well, that is the value here,
okay,
right?
yeah.
That's all up here, and now you're training your staff to do
Yes.
some of this stuff.
Exactly. That's a
Yeah.
good point. But we're shipping out 50, 60 eBay orders a week. Amazon books, another 20 of them. It all adds up. Sometimes it's a $5 book, sometimes it's a $100 book.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, it's great. And you know how many people try to put it on free cycle on Facebook Marketplace or whatever, and there's just amateurs and they're struggling with it and they're doing this, and you're the pro.
And sometimes people say, well, you know, I'll offer them a wholesale price for their china. And they say, well, I've seen it advertised on eBay. I said, but is that what it's sold for? Is what they're asking for? And they said, well, not sure. I said, well, why don't you can get so much more money if you were to put it on eBay yourself. I don't have time for that.
Yeah, well, then that's where the value is, right? Yeah.
You can replace money easily. You can't replace time.
Right.
You got to make the most out of it.
And the knowledge more than anything.
Time. It's all about time.
Yeah, that too.
Time is a commodity that you can't go to the store and buy.
That's true. That's true. But the knowledge matters, because once you've done this eBay cycle, you're a pro at this. Like you can sell houses without a realtor. You don't need a realtor to sell your house or buy a house. But what we have in terms
Is
of
knowledge.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So we've done this over and over and over again. You may have sold 3 houses in your lifetime. I sold 3 last week. So
I like that.
now we're like, okay, and everything is unique, right? Like in it's not like you're shipping 1,000 of the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Very few multiples.
Right.
But out of 14,000 listings in eBay, we have over 40,000 pieces.
There you go.
40,000 pieces in the back here.
Wow.
I'll show that to you.
Yeah, no, I will. I would love to take a tour. And I've done some of it myself, but not the back.
Not the back room.
Not the back rooms,
All right.
yeah. See, guys, we get to go to the back room if you have Alfred with you.
You bet. You bet.
So taking this to the next step, yes, everybody seeks you out when they have some stuff to,
Unload.
unload. But what about the buyer? Who are the buyers in the store? Like, how do you encourage
The customers?
You're right. Like,
It's been word of mouth, and people look under vintage products. They look under antique stores. We come up pretty high in the search engine. They come in, they go, oh my goodness. They don't know what to expect, and they're often impressed. And we do a lot with restaurants and a few caterers. So we have something for everyone at totally huge price points, different prices.
Right. So, and the big part of, before I move on to this, I wanted you to share a couple of stories. I read in your reviews the story about this bride who picked glassware and
she was going to spend a fortune going to rent it or something.
Yeah.
I had her come to my outlet store, and she loaded up on items at 60% off and did it under budget, and it looked great.
Wow.
So you could find a lot of things, but even the things in the main store are reasonably priced.
Right.
Sure, you got some Mackenzie Childs, that's a lot of money, but it's going to be less than.
You'll find something in every price range here.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Whether it's art, collectibles, china, we even have a lot of costume jewelry.
Wow.
And that's going through the roof. That's selling almost more than anything else.
Really?
Yeah.
So
But I'm not changing the name. It's still
I was just gonna.
Dishfunctional.
That's exactly where I was going.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
okay, your passion seems to be dishes,
Yeah.
but then there's books, and then there's jewelry, and
People have stuff in their houses they don't know what to do with it.
yeah.
We try and help.
So clearly, the biggest advantage of this is recycle, reuse.
Exactly.
And reduce,
The
right?
less that goes in the landfill,
Yes.
the better we all are.
Yes. So how do we spread the word out? I mean, like,
Well, let's say if you had a YouTube channel, someone would see that. We post.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We post on our website. We post on Instagram. We post on Facebook. I have found that online presence is much more important than an ad in a magazine. When was the last time you read a magazine?
it's been
I
a while.
know.
Yeah.
Look at newspapers; they're all digital now.
Yeah.
Just about.
I did find you on Instagram, guys. Visit Dish Fun.
Dish Fun.
That's Dish Fun on Insta, and follow him.
Yeah.
He has some funny videos up there.
Thank you.
He's having fun in the store.
It's always fun. It's great. We have a great crew here.
That's true.
And that makes it easier.
No, I was here, and I vouch for this. I mean, this is an example. I was here, and I was hoping to see you, and of course, you were also doing whatever else that you do. And your employee Sophia was there, and
Sylvia, yes.
Sylvia, and she was amazing. I mean, I felt like so warm. She'd never met me before, and these days where you walk into a store where the price is on the shelf, whatever it says, or pack your stuff or check yourself out.
Or they're sitting behind the counter on their
phone.
Right.
Yes.
And they're not even doing their job.
Right. And I'm checking myself out at the stores and
pretty
everything.
much.
Yeah. So it was so warmly, I was warmly welcomed, and she was smiling. She's walking me around. And that was a great customer service experience, guys. You have to come visit the store to learn more.
Yeah. So come into Dishfunctional. If you're going to the Giant, you're going to the DMV, the Dollar Tree, add us to your list.
Right. And the reduce, reuse, and recycle bit is totally, absolutely valid here. You don't want things to get into landfills. These are some treasured pieces and have histories and stories around them. So, that's helpful.
And whoever buys them will have new histories to make with them.
Yeah, make new memories with them. Absolutely.
All right. Excellent.
Well, thank you so much, Alfred.
You're welcome.
A pleasure always.
Truly.